Yes, I know what you mean. There is something in my sanskars in which, from early days, I had business sanskars. Business sanskars is basically you look at something to see what's to your advantage, right? So from a young age, I could look at something that would be advantageous for me or for someone who is with me in some situation. And so I looked at what it would mean to me in terms of my advantage if I became a yogi, a BK. So I sat at home in my beautiful condominium, I must add, on the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay, wonderful. That was a great achievement.
You know, in the mornings when you wake up, you go on the patio and there's the Atlantic Ocean looking at you, and
Yeah,
you're having your
beautiful.
chai and all this. And I remembered, living alone and having this, amazing life as a young woman. With three cars in my garage, a Mercedes, a BMW, and a Jaguar.
A 19-year-old girl.
I was 19 at the time,
Wonderful.
and
That's a great
getting into
achievement.
my 19, 20, 21, and these things, but I had them from then. I remembered sitting, you know, in my living room, the water and the sunset, and I was saying, okay, let me see. If I become a BK, what's the benefit? If I don't, what's the benefit? And I drew a line straight down the paper. And I wrote down all the things that would be beneficial for me if I chose a yogi life. And then I wrote down all the things that would be beneficial for me if I continued my regular life. And the life of the yogi was far longer than the life of the other.
Advantages,
So then I
yes.
said, but then what are you doing over here? You should be over here.
Hmm.
And so I had just returned from my assignment in Jamaica, and I told my mother, I want to go to Madhaban, and I want to have this experience with Baba that you've been telling me about for 10 odd years. I want to meet Baba personally, and I'm ready. So she says, but how can you go meet Baba? You're not even doing this, you're not doing that. I says, but my heart says it. I want to do it. And so she says, but you haven't done the Raj
But
Yoga 7
again,
days course.
again, the business acumen took over. Now the advantage is I need to go there.
Well, there you go. And so what happened is, for whatever reason, daddies had known me and all of that. And anyway, I was approved and I went to Madhaban, and it was just a profound experience. But not to go a little bit ahead of myself, but that moment where I looked at the pros and the cons was my turning point.
Very true.
And prior to that, those experiences in my dreams, in certain visions of Baba, looking at me, God's light on me, how could I turn away from that? Now, here you've got a young girl, no one has broken her heart. She has money. She has lots of money. Lots of money. She's very free. No one's holding her back. She's intelligent. She's not very ugly. And she's well known. But this light is more powerful than all of that she has. So I think on a business level, she made a business decision. And she said, if this is for many births, after this, if I choose this, and the income that I'm getting is from many lives after this, this is a far better deal than me hanging around in Kali Yuga
Yes,
and
very
enjoying these little toys. And that's how I made the decision.
Wonderful. In fact, this is a big inspiration for a lot of us out there. हम में से बहुत सारे दर्शक जो बार बार इसी बात में अटकते हैं और जो आज हमने सवाल जहाँ से शुरू किया है जैना बहन के साथ कि समझते हुए भी हम ये नहीं जान पाते कि हमें लाभ क्या है, हम क्यों उसी पूरे जिस सिनेरियो में हम रह रहे थे, जिस थॉट बदलना कुछ भी नहीं, एक्चुअली नथिंग चेंजेस, इट्स ओनली एवरीथिंग चेंजेस हियर,
Consciousness changes.
आपका कुछ भी बदलेगा नहीं, लेकिन उसके लिए एक बहुत ज़रूरी, अपने सभी टीनेजर्स से भी कहेंगे, हम सभी युवा वर्ग से भी कहेंगे और जो भी जितने भी परिवार के हमारे सदस्य हैं कि ज़रूरत इस बात की है कि एक कमिटेड डिसीजन लेके. But another thing which we want to ask you took a decision, but then the habits, they come back, they take you over. At times the feelings, okay, you never had a heartbreak, I'm saying you never had any problem in your life, but then
I had
somewhere those
problems.
hurts and everything.
Yeah, I had problems. I had issues. I mean, I think being an only child growing up, you have this tendency of being pretty spoiled, pretty headstrong, pretty much selfish, very self-centered. And those are not qualifications of a spiritual person at all. So of course there's going to be internal challenges when you get on the path. However, for me, my love for Baba, you see, the soul had realized that the original eternal feelings that, you know, you would go outside in the world to look for, they were already inside. I just didn't know how to tap into it. So when I would forget the name, the gender, the religion, the body, the title, the desires, it was as if the original soul would emerge. And then Baba had the time and the space to come in, and I could feel these feelings, and I was just sitting having thoughts. All right, so these thoughts and these feelings were emerging in me. It was at such a profound level. Honestly, it was not difficult.